Chapter 4. What books and burial tell us? The Vedic Age. The period between 1500 BCE, 500 BCE is called the Vedic Age. The main source of information about this period is the Vedas. Therefore, this period is known as the Vedic civilization. The Vedic period can be divided into early Vedic age, 1500 to 1000 BCE, and later Vedic age, 1000 to 500 BCE. The word Veda means knowledge. There are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda and Atharvaveda. The Rig Veda is the oldest Veda. It was composed about 3500 years ago. It is divided into 10 mandalas or books and contains 1028 hymns. These hymns are in praise of different gods such as Indra, the god of rain, storm and war, Agni, the fire god, Varun, the sky god, and many others. The hymns were composed in Vedic Sanskrit by sages or rishis. Priests recited these hymns, and students were expected to memorize them. Archaeological sources. Archaeological remains of this period have also been unearthed. Excavations at Hastinapur and Atranjikhera have yielded a type of pottery known as painted grey ware. Another type of pottery, called black and red ware, has also been found from many places in the Ganga Valley. These two types of pottery tell us about the life of the people who composed the Vedas. These people are generally referred to as the Aryans. Horses were important because they were yoked to chariots that were used in battle. Most battles were fought for cattle, horses, and land. Land was important for growing hardy crops which ripen quickly, such as barley. Some battles were fought for water and some to capture people. Most men took part in these wars. There was no regular army, but there were assemblies where people met and discussed matters of war and peace. They chose skillful warriors. These assemblies were known as Sabha and Samiti. The Sabha was an assembly of elders and important people. The Samiti was a general assembly, probably a gathering of members of every family of the Jana. Some people performed yajnas or sacrifices and made offerings to different gods. Offerings could include ghee, grain, and in some cases animals. Occupations. Agriculture and cattle rearing were the main occupations. Other common occupations were chariot making, pottery making, weaving, jewelry making, metalwork, carpentry, tanning, and fishing. Many people were priests. Besides conducting religious ceremonies, priests also acted as teachers and doctors. They passed on the knowledge of Vedas to the children. They also had considerable knowledge about medicinal herbs and plants. Whenever someone fell ill, the priests acted as doctors. Different people. There are 2 groups of people described in the Rig Veda: the priests, sometimes called Brahmins, who performed various rituals, and the Rajas. These Rajas did not have palaces, and they did not collect taxes. 2 words were used to describe the people or the community as a whole. One word Jana, which we still use in Hindi and other languages. The other was Vish. Besides the Aryans, there was another group of people whom the Aryans called the Dasas or Dasyus. Their culture was different from that of the Aryans. They also spoke a different language. Most of the Dasa were perhaps enslaved, and so the term Dasa later came to mean slave. Most Dasas had to do whatever work was given to them by their masters. They were treated as the property of their owners. Chalcolithic sites. Inamgaon in Maharashtra is one of the largest Chalcolithic settlements in India. It has been estimated that at one time about 1000 people may have lived here. The settlement lasted for over 900 years, 1500-600 BCE. There were many houses excavated at Inamgaon. Most were rectangular in shape with only 1 or 2 rooms. One house, however, has 5 rooms. It may have been the house of the ruling chief. Next to this house is a granary. The chief may have collected grain from the farmers and stored it here. Oval-shaped pits have been found inside most houses. These pits may have been used to cook food. Similar pits have also been found outside some houses. It suggests that people may have done some of their cooking outdoors. Storage pits and storage bins have also been found. Archaeologists have found a lot of pottery and stone tools at Inamgaon. Most of the pots are red in color. Some have black designs on them. Stone tools may have been used to chop trees, pound meat, and skin animals. The people of Inamgaon made artifacts of copper. They may have obtained copper from Rajasthan. However, only a few tools, drills, tongs, fish hooks, arrowheads, and ornaments, beads, bangles, anklets of copper have been found at the site. Perhaps it means that copper was not easily available. Beads made of terracotta, semi-precious stone, and ivory have also been found. Some beads are made from seashells. This suggests that the people of Inamgaon traded with people in other parts of the country. Numerous terracotta figures have been found at Inamgaon. Some had been baked and hardened in clay ovens. Some of the animal figures may have been toys, while others may have a religious significance. Many figures of the bull have been found. People probably worshipped the bull. Perhaps they also worshipped a female goddess. In one of the burial sites, archaeologists found a clay bull along with a female figure. Seeds and thousands of animal bones are amongst the other important finds. These give us an idea of the kind of food that people ate and how they obtained it. Crops such as wheat, barley, lentils, peas, grams, and beans were grown. Meat, fish, and dairy products were also part of the daily diet. Bones of a number of animals, many bearing cut marks that show they may have been used as food, and have also been found. These include cattle, buffalo, goat, sheep, dog, horse, ass, pig, sambhar, spotted deer, black buck, antelope, hare, and mongoose, besides birds, crocodile, turtle, crab, and fish. There is the evidence that fruits such as bear, amla, jamun, dates, and a variety of berries were collected. In the last phase of the settlement, the people of Inamgaon seemed to have been facing problems. There was a decline in farming, which may have been due to a shortage of rainfall or a decrease in the fertility of the soil. People began relying more on hunting and gathering food. There was also a change in the way houses were constructed. Instead of rectangular houses, we find small, circular huts. The megaliths. The word megalith literally means big stones. At many places in the Deccan, South India, the northeast and the northwest, especially Kashmir, huge stone boulders have been found. They were perhaps used to mark graves or burial sites. These stone boulders are called megaliths. The practice of erecting megaliths began about 3000 years ago and was prevalent throughout the Deccan, South India, in the northeast and Kashmir. This type of megalith is known as a kist. Some cists, like the one shown here, have potholes which could be used as an entrance. The megaliths have some special features. First, megalithic burial were underground and megaliths were placed on the surface to mark the burial spot. These probably served as signposts. Sometimes, archaeologists find a circle of stone boulders or a single large stone standing on the ground. These are the only indications that there are burials beneath. Second, many objects have been found in the graves, including human skeletons, pottery, agricultural tools, weapons, and ornaments. A few agricultural tools have also been found. Some agricultural tools found were made of iron. Those meant for hunting, however, are more in number. This suggests that though the megalithic people practiced agriculture, they depended more on hunting. The graves also contain many pots of black and red ware. In some areas, pots filled with ashes and charred bones have been found. Some graves contain fragments of rice and other grains. So we know that people cultivated grains. Objects found in the graves indicate the person's position in the tribe. The graves that contain many pots and ornaments probably belonged to those who were either rich or important in society. Ornaments of stone and gold were found. In Brahmagiri, one skeleton was buried with 33 gold beads, 2 stone beads, 4 copper bangles, and 1 conch shell. Other skeletons have only a few pots. These finds suggest that there was some difference in status amongst the people who were buried. Some were rich, others poor, some chiefs and others followers.